There are different types of meditation. No? There are different stages in which a person meditates, actually. Not different types, but different stages in which a person meditates. The primary state of meditation is to calm your mind. Because the mind is like a monkey on hot bricks. It keeps jumping from this to that, this to that, this to that. So a person is not clear what he wants to do. For almost the first 5 minutes when he is born, he is a free person. He is neither a Hindu, nor a Christian, nor a Muslim, nor a Buddhist. He is neither this surname or that surname. He doesn't have a name. He doesn't have a family background. He doesn't have a family tradition to adhere to. He is of no nationality. Almost for the first 5 minutes, he is a free person. Then what does society do? It puts its shackles on him. Now he is a Christian. He can't be a Hindu. Now he's a Hindu. He can't be a Muslim. Now he's a Muslim. He can't be a Buddhist. Now he's an Indian. He can't be a Pakistani. But that's how society is. So we put these shackles. These are the negative thought forms that we get. Then you are given a caste name. Then you are given a caste. Then you are a lower caste. Then you are a higher caste. Then you are one particular community. You are good only for trade. You are good only for manual work. All these shackles are given to them. None of them are valid. You were born free. You were born capable of choosing what you want to choose. But you were born in this circumstance where all this was, these shackles were put onto you. How does your brain work? It has all these things. All the time there is a conflict going on between the real you and this you. Enshackled by all these things that society, religion, family, country have all put onto you. This is constant battle that is going on. So many thoughts going on in your mind. So there are exercises to calm your thoughts. Some are elementary. What is the elementary exercise? Just sit still. Watch your thoughts. When you watch your thoughts, what happens? Thoughts come and go, thoughts come and go. They no longer play on you. Because you are not entertaining them. One form of meditation. You don't allow them to play on you. So your mind becomes calm. When the mind becomes calm, it can think. There are no more conflicting opinions in your mind. So you think this is good. Then something else will come. No, this is not good. Then there will be conflict. But you are a little more calm, better than what you were earlier, and so therefore you will be able to do some little bit of clarity in that subject. Not really very good. Then with this quietening of the mind, there is another exercise that you do is do breathing exercises. Breathing exercises have an effect on your body. The oxygenation in your body, the prana in your body increases, and therefore the brain becomes calm. It's the brain that is playing the game. So the brain is a little happy. It's like when you take too much of alcohol, your brain is not able to do too much of work. So basically people who drink alcohol are like in a dizzy state. So people who do meditation are also in that dizzy state. Now they got fully charged with prana. That fellow got charged with whiskey. That's all. So when too much prana goes into your head, it makes you a little calm. So it adds to your breathing, adds to your stilling the mind, not entertaining thoughts. So you get a little longer duration of being neutral. So you reach that state of being neutral. Then you also have another way of doing meditation, that is chanting. Since the brain is going to work, whether you like it or not, so therefore you focus it only on one point. So you focus it on chanting. You chant the deity's name, or you chant something, you chant anything, you chant ONE1, that is meditation. You are putting your entire concentration on a focal point. When you put your entire concentration on a focal point, you also do breathing, you also don't let your mind waver anywhere, don't entertain thoughts. You are reaching a still better state of neutrality. This is called awareness. You become aware of the situation around you. Otherwise, you are not aware. You are looking at everything from a colored glass. Now, since you are neutral, you are looking at it from an aware point of view. So, actually, you are seeing how it is. Actually, the word for awareness is meditation. Meditation is not concentration. It's prolonged awareness. Concentration is the first step. The next step is adding breathing. The third step is focusing the mind on a single pointedness. So one pointedness. All these three together bring you to a state of awareness. Now these are elementary forms of meditation. Okay? There are other forms of meditation where you do dynamic meditation. Where you actually involve your brain. You decide on a particular subject. And you actually involve your brain with working on that subject. So you're focusing on a chant, focusing on a name, focusing on a deity. You focus on a particular purpose in your life. For example, you focus on loving kindness and non-injury. You bring to your mind, you bring to the fore all that represents loving kindness and non-injury. What will happen? You become aware of the situation of loving kindness and non-injury. And you actually see how loving kindness and non-injury will help human beings bloom. Help you bloom as a human being. Help other human beings bloom. And then what happens? That thought of loving kindness and non-injury, you begin to own. And you want to use it in your everyday life. Even when you are not meditating, you will use it in your everyday life. How will you implement loving kindness and non-injury? If you take away hatred, if you take away discrimination, only then you will be able to exercise loving kindness and non-injury. So all these negativities slowly begin to disappear and the positivity begins to enter into your consciousness. When more positivity enters your consciousness, less negativity exists. And therefore, gradually, by doing meditation, the negativity goes away. Another aspect of meditation. But the real aspect of meditation is when you reach a stage. The purpose of meditation is to bring union between the incarnated soul and the higher soul. And why? Because the higher soul is aware of everything. It's the incarnated soul that is in trouble. So the incarnated soul has to learn from the higher soul. The higher soul should communicate with the incarnated soul. But this connection between the incarnated soul and the higher soul is disturbed. It is like the interface, the computer interface. So if it is disturbed, then there is no communication between the higher soul and the incarnated soul. When you come to this level of awareness, when you come to that state where you become aware of all these things, you become aware and so much goodness has come into you, then you become aware that this interface has to be rejuvenated. So you rejuvenate this interface. And then you have a connection with the higher self. So every time you're confronted with some situation, it is the higher soul that governs you. And the higher soul will govern. The higher soul has information from all your janmas. Also it has information from the higher beings. It is in touch with the higher beings. So whenever you need any solution or you need a suggestion on how to act or what to do, you get intuitive intelligence. So you develop what is called intuitive intelligence. So you have two types of intelligence. One is analytical intelligence, which you learn from your logical brain and logical thinking. The other is intuitive intelligence, which comes from the higher soul. So, logical intelligence can be corrupted. Intuitive intelligence is not corrupted. It is based on truth. So, of course, you will always have the liberty to choose. So, depending upon your level of refinement, you will choose either of them. But at least at that level of meditation, you are able to get intuitive intelligence. And you decide how to choose. And that is why you become more and more adept at getting rid of all your negative thoughts, negative emotions, negativities. So we have so much negativities. We are always condemning somebody. We are always speaking bad about somebody. We are always looking down on somebody. We are even doing the same thing with ourselves. We have low self-esteem. No, why? I did not study as well as that person. Well, so, you did not study, you want to study? Who stopped you? Go ahead and study. That you won't do. But we will sit and feel bad. We wallow in our misery. This is where all the problem is. This is a gross. We have to move from this grossness into refinement. Realizing that I am not done correct is good. Realize I made a mistake. Realize that this is not correct. The next step is not to sit and wallow in it. It is to move out of it and refine it. And move into doing what is right. This is helped greatly with meditation. It brings you slowly from one step to another step to another step and takes you to the level where you have access to intuitive intelligence. Then it's your choice.